Detective Brandon, we need your help, urgently. The carbon is missing. Are you busy?
I was just studying for the bio exam, but I can make it work.
Great, let's go so I can show you the issue.
I'm on it.
Brandon, I noticed that crops growing in the soil have seemed less healthy than usual. We think that it's due to the declining amount of carbon.
Let's approach this problem from the ground up. Industrial farming disrupts soil with methods like soil tilling that can bring microorganisms usually below the surface to above the surface.
Tilling exposes these microbes to oxygen, allowing them to start the Krebs cycle in oxidative phosphorylation rather than just do fermentation with glycolysis to produce ATP.
Cellular respiration releases carbon dioxide as a product, increasing emissions into the atmosphere. But industrial farming's destruction of the environment doesn't limit itself to overtilling. Strong chemicals like pesticides are used to prevent destruction of crops, maximizing output by putting the biodiversity of the soil at risk by killing organisms.
Why would farmers harm the very soil their crops depend on? Are there other methods?
Yeah, farmers can use sustainable practices like no-tilling, composting, and regenerative farming to restore the carbon into the soil, but it may come at the expense of their profit margins.
So the environment suffers so profits don't?
Yeah, sadly, restoring the environment will need to come before profits if you want to see improvement. Let's also take a look at how industrial farming impacts the environment in the forest.
Why are forests being cut down in the first place?
Industrial farming requires a lot of land, and farmers usually resort to deforestation to create more land.
Wait, but how does cutting down trees create more carbon dioxide in the air?
During photosynthesis, trees take in carbon dioxide to fix it into usable carbon. So when we cut them down, we lose one of the most important tools to cut CO2 out of the atmosphere.
Did you know that since the Industrial Revolution, the pH of the ocean has dropped from 8.2 to 8.1?
And that might seem insignificant, but that's a 30% increase in acidity. Changes like this can disrupt biological processes of organisms.
When CO2 dissolves into the ocean from the atmosphere, it reacts with the water to form carbonic acid.
The carbonic acid breaks down into hydrogen ions and bicarbonate ions, which is what lowers the water's pH.
Marine organisms like corals, plankton, clams, oysters, sea urchins, barnacles, crabs, and lobsters use carbonate to form their shells, meaning that a lack of carbonate hinders their ability to produce shells.
Wow, industrial farming's impact really reaches all parts of the environment.
Brandon, it's really hot. Why can't the atmosphere let this heat go?
That's because of the rising levels of carbon dioxide. Believe it or not, this all connects back to industrial farming.
Oh, so increased levels of CO2 in the atmosphere mean that heat gets trapped in it like a greenhouse effect?
Yep, and this isn't just because of tilling either. Livestock release methane and farming machinery relies on fossil fuels, which releases even more carbon dioxide.
Industrial livestock farming alone makes up 14.5% of all human emissions.
The more we continue this abuse, the more carbon is stored in the air versus the soil.
Returning the carbon to the soil is the solution for a cooler and healthier planet. So Brandon, how can we even work to solve this problem?
This problem needs to be addressed at the individual and policy level.
But how can I work to restore carbon?
Choose products that have the USDA organic label. The USDA organic symbol is the only government-backed claim for organic food in the US. It is reinforced by regular inspection, and sellers can be punished if they misuse the seal. The seal means that the product is certified organic and follows the certain requirements.
With conscious effort and intentional support of farmers that conduct good practices, we can scale back the damage done on the environment.
On a worldwide scale, governments need to enact policies that incentivize sustainable farming practices. Voting for representatives that prioritize environmental recovery can aid in this process.
Brandon, thanks to our hard work, we solved the mystery of where the carbon went.